Good afternoon, everyone, fellow Rotarians and guests. We're going to we love the auction everyone's walking around and looking a bit, and that's okay. But we're going to go ahead and get started with our program. I'd like to welcome you all today. We are here at the Rotary Club of Gainesville, and today is Tuesday, November 29th. So all of our guests and visiting Rotarians, if you're joining us on Zoom, we'd like to ask you to identify yourself in the chat. And if you're watching on YouTube, please register your participation by sending an email to info@rotarygainesville.org. Pete, are you standing by? You are, okay.
Everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I looked for a Thanksgiving joke, but the only thing I could find had something to do with cold turkey. I want to share with you that my therapist said that I had an unusual predisposition toward revenge. And I looked at him and I said, we're gonna see about that. Would you please join me in singing? God bless you. Allegiance to our flag.
Thank you, Pete. And now Laurie Vidal for our invocation.
I was just asked by Pete to pray over that joke. So, you know, it's kind of dead right there. So let's pray together. Shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him with joyful songs. Know that the Lord is God. It is he who made us, and we are his. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. For the Lord is good and his love endures forever. His faithfulness continues through all generations. It is refreshing to take time off with family and friends to gather and give thanks to God for his many blessings. Thank you, Father. He has poured out his blessings on us, and we are so blessed. Make us continually thankful each day, for you are so steadfast. We can place our trust in you. May we reflect your character by continuing to be a thankful people. As we now take the next big step into the holiday season to celebrate Christmas, may we continue to express our thankfulness by our recommitment to service above self, that which expresses the very heart of the one whose birth we will celebrate. I pray in your most gracious name. Amen.
Okay, thank you very much, Lori. So there's a 2-minute warning right now. Yep. Okay, on the silent auction, everybody. So if there's something you're real interested in or excited about, feel free to check on it. It's okay. 2-minute warning from Elena. Okay. So at this time, very briefly, we are going to see if there are any visiting Rotarians or guests. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
My name is Jagu, and I'm a guest of Bobby Hall. I know a lot of people here. I just wanted to thank you for having me here. I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful holiday. And I never miss. This is my second time coming. I think missed the one during the pandemic, but this is amazing. You guys are all amazing. Thank you so much for having me, and have a wonderful, blessed holiday. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. We have any other visiting Rotarians, or looks like we do. We have a guest.
Legler here. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Katie Dedrick. She's a good friend.
Right, we welcome you. Anyone else? Yep, right here. Okay.
I'm Becky Hunt from the Downtown Club, and I'm a guest of Davis Rimbert. And I just wanted to say one thing in thanks to all of you, members of the club, as well as the other clubs. From the Gainesville Rotary Foundation for Southern Scholarship Foundation, we received $2,000 toward our handicap ramp to the end of the Learning Center. And we thank you very much. And hopefully in the next 6 months, we can invite all Rotarians to visit the Rogers Rotary House, which has been very fortunate this year and almost had a remake of the entire house. So we look forward to being able to issue that invitation.
Thank you, Becky. We appreciate that. Okay. Without further ado, I'm going to turn the program over to David, President David.
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians and guests. I'm so excited to see this turnout on Giving Tuesday. We kind of we planned that well, Richard and International Auction Committee, to have the auction on Giving Tuesday. And I believe that the items you bid on and win may be used as Christmas gifts. I think that sometimes is done, isn't it, Ben? Don't we do it that way sometimes? Great. Well, first I want to quickly let you know that in a moment, I'll be asking Richard to come up and tell you a little bit about our beneficiary, our selected charity for the international auction, that is Sustainable Cambodia. But before he comes up, we've got just maybe another minute on the silent auction. So we gave you a 2-minute warning. We're giving you a little bit more time. So if there was an item that you were battling for, hop up and put in that last bid now. Before I bring Richard up, I want to just really thank Elena Frazier and the rest of the auction committee that has done just so much work. Not just today, arriving here first thing in the morning to set up this beautiful auction display, but the work over the last several months gathering all these items. I mean, we've got a lot of great items. And I also want to thank all of the folks who donated things. This is going to be a great auction. We've already got some good bids up there. I was walking around and boy, we've got some fantastic live auction items, and I'm looking forward to seeing. So I really, that's important, Elena, that you know how much we appreciate everything you guys did to make this a great auction. In fact, let's give Elena and Richard and committee a round of applause. Okay, so we've intentionally kind of abridged the business part of the meeting. We won't be doing any formal announcements today, but I do want to just tell you a little bit about Sustainable Cambodia, and I'm really not qualified. I'll just say that as I've gotten to know a little bit about the charity, it's been around since I believe 2005, and it's kind of Richard and Susan, husband and wife, started this. And, kind of serendipitously, Richard came to Rotary through longtime Rotarian Steve Johnson, who passed away several years ago. But Rotary was kind of the catalyst that put Sustainable Cambodia where it is now. So this, again, this is a wonderful kind of partnership we have here. And this is a great charitable organization that I am proud to be a part of. So I'm going to ask Richard to please come up and tell you a little bit more about Sustainable Cambodia. And then next, we're going to have a guy in a yellow suit come up for some entertainment.
Thank you, David, and thank you everybody for everything. As you said, the committee has been incredible. I mean, the volume of stuff that's here, they just worked tirelessly day after day after day, going out and getting donations for this and then organizing it all. Fantastic effort on the part of our committee. Can't tell you enough about that. And the background on Sustainable Cambodia, as David mentioned, it was really Rotary getting involved in this Cambodia project that had everything take off, because it had started back in 2005 as just a little school, and it wasn't really sustainable and it wasn't really supportable. Bruce Lasky, a local Gainesville attorney, had started the school over there, but the families couldn't afford to keep their kids in school. They needed them to carry water all day. They needed them to do all of that and work in the fields. So it wasn't until Rotary got involved with the empowerment model that everything changed. And under the empowerment model, the families themselves do the hard work. They do the planning. It's a multi-year process for every village. And the village families come together, create a development committee. They divide into self-help groups. Those self-help groups get empowered to get in water wells, biosand filters, to put in latrines for sanitation, to get trained in alternative agriculture so that they can grow products that they can take to the market and make enough money they can keep their kids in school. And then we help them to create preschools in every village, schools that go from grade 1 through grade 12 that those preschoolers go into. And then from those, in these little rural villages, hundreds and hundreds of kids get to graduate from grade 12 and go on to Cambodian University under scholarships, all because of what you do as Rotarians. So it's really remarkable. At this point now, many years later, and thank you, Steve Johnson, for getting Rotary involved. All these years later, more than half of our team in Cambodia that makes all of this happen, who does all the work on the ground, more than half of them started as little kids in our schools, graduated grade 12, went to university in Cambodia, and have come back and are now running the program. So that's how the empowerment model works. It takes a generation of change, but it's really been a remarkable change, all made possible by all of you. And at this point, I'm actually gonna, poor Elena over there, she's been trying to get the silent auction ended. So we're gonna say pens down on the silent auction. We're gonna go get everything collected and wrap that up. Ben's gonna come up and do the live auction. But while the live auction is going on, I also wanna remind you. Yes.
Hi, everybody. When I look around this room, I see faces of people who share this big experience with us. Some of you even jumped on a plane for a day or two and traveled with us to rural Cambodia. And we have a room full of wonderful sponsors. You make this incredible door open for these children. And I wanted to tell you that I talked with a woman who heads up our school program to say, could you send me the names of 20 students you feel are steady, love learning, they've made it through this COVID online experience, and we'll bring them and introduce them to the Rotarians today. And we have them up here. It's an annual support, and I can tell you more about it. That face says it all. And I want to thank Jay for being our first sponsor today. And I look at Bobby Hull, I see you, I know Wes and Marcia, Helen, you're here. There's so many of you who are keeping our students moving forward. Thank you so much for this. And we hope you'll come up and meet some of our students. Thank you.
And now I think David's going to introduce Ben to get the live auction started. Thank you, everyone.
Sure. Thanks, Richard. I know everyone can see that, how Richard and Susan just really have just a genuine passion for this. So I'm glad everyone is here, and we're about to have some fun with a live auction. my man Ben Campen, auctioneer. Fellow Rotarian.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Rotarians. I wore my yellow suit today. I did put in new batteries, Matthew, because I didn't want anybody going to sleep during this exciting time. It'd be pretty embarrassing when you say, Ryan, people go to sleep during an auction. Anyway, there's three things that make an auction successful. One is you need to have good items for people to buy. And we have that here. It's today. The second thing is you need good people to buy them. And we have good people here today to buy them. So thank you for that. The third thing, it takes a good auctioneer. And that's the reason I brought my nephew, who's an extraordinary auctioneer in his own right. He's going to help me here today with the auction. So welcome, Brad Campen. So just so I know, how many people have been to one of these auctions before? Can I see a show of hands? Good. How many people, this is your first time? How many people don't care if you have or not? Anyway, we're going to have a good time. We have a number of good items and we have good people to buy them. So thank you for being here. The first item we're going to sell is the African safari, photo safari that Janice Legler went on a few years ago. Janice, do you mind coming up and just saying a few words about your experience there? How much you enjoyed it? Yeah, let's give Janice a hand.
I'm a person who packs 2 weeks before I go any place, and I carefully research it and everything. And that auction, Ben just kept encouraging me and encouraging me. And every day that I went, I invited my daughter to go with me, and it was a wonderful time to get together with her. So we flew from Atlanta for 15 and a half hours. Now you can take little jaunts on other airlines, but from the day we arrived, somebody was there to meet us, and I kept waiting for the shoe to drop, and it never dropped. It kept getting better and better and better. The lodging was fantastic, a very upscale motel kind of, and a beautiful place to meet before we ate. The food, you didn't have to be careful of the salads or anything. There was such a beautiful choice. The food was fantastic. And every day at the same time, I was luckily on the 8 a.m. jaunt. There were about 8 of us in a vehicle, open vehicle that would go out, and the drivers kind of keep in touch with each other to let them know where there are animals. And each day we went to kind of a different area. And also in the evening, we had 2 a day and for about 2 hours. And it was fantastic. I wouldn't give anything for it. And it was just, it wasn't even on my bucket list, but it was great. I'm glad I went.
Thank you, Janice. All right, starting along, what do you want to give? We have it's a $5,900 value. And if you have the experience that Janice has, it's a $59,000 value. And wouldn't you say, David? Okay, thank you, David. Appreciate you agreeing with me. All right, who's starting them off? We need a starting bid of $1,500. Who bid 15? 15, thank you. Now $2,000. 15, would you get 2,000? 15, would you get 2,000? 2,000, thank you. Now 25. Now 25, would you get 25? Would you get 25? 25, thank you. Now 3,000, would you get 3,000? Would you get 3,000? Would you get 3? 3,000, would you get 3,000? Would you get 3,000? Steve, would you get 3,000? Would you get 3,000? I'm at 25, 3,000, thank you. Now 35. 3,000, would you get 35? 3,000, would you get 35? How would you get 35? Would you get 35? 3,000, would you get 35? Anyone would get 35? Where's Elena? Are you bidding in the back? 35? Okay, now 4,000. Now. Right. Thank you, Janice. Half of what you bid goes to the charity that we're having an auction for, and half goes to the safari. So that's how the deal is with them. I'm 4,000 bid in the back. Anybody give 4,500? 35. Okay, I'm sorry. You got to watch them auctioneers. I tell you what, they're fast talkers. 35. Okay. I tell you what, where's Elena? Elena, we're gonna, you're in at 35. You want to back it back down and pass them out? You want to sell the one at 35? Or do you want to do it at 3,000? Yeah. Steve, you want one at, why don't we do it at 3,000 and pass them out at 3,000? Dave, you take one at 3,000? Okay, David. And in the back, we'll put you down at 3,000. We're going to, Steve, would you like one at 3,000 as well? Why not? Right? 3,000. You'll have a great time and money goes for a great cause. Go for it. Go ahead. 3,000. I think you bid 2,500 or 3,000 because we have 3,500 bid in the back. Anyway, you want to do that? Okay, Steve would do it as well. So we had 3 of them at $3,000. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next we have a 1 week Rosemary Beach, a condo, 2 bedroom, 2 bath that Pat Thomas has donated. Is Pat here today? I hadn't seen her. And it's a value of $2,400. And I think all this money goes to the charity. So who's starting out at $1,000 for a $2,400 value? Who for the condo at Rosemary Beach? $1,000. Thank you, Marie. Now 1,500. 1,000 would give 1,500. 1,000 would give 1,500. Would give 15. Would give 15. 15 now $2,000. 15 would get 2,000. 1,500 would get 2,000. 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 You want to give 17.5? 17.5, Marie. I'm at 1,500. Would give 17.5. 1,500 would give 17.5. Would give 17.5. Would give 17.5. 15 would give 17.5. Anyone would give 17.5? 17.5. Anybody give 16? 16? Sold 1,500. Bobby Hall. 1,500. Next, we have a Crescent Beach oceanfront condo, sleep 6, 3 bedrooms, and it'll sleep 22 college students. None of us have ever experienced that, I'm sure. Spend a week at beautiful Crescent Beach. Dates are from Saturday to Saturday, and you can choose whatever week you'd like from August 13th to December 17th, 2002, excluding Labor Day and Thanksgiving week. You need to pay the cleaning cost of $150. We have a value of $1,500 to $2,400. Who'll start the bidding at $1,000? Who'll bid at $1,000? Crescent Beach, $1,000. Thank you, Pete. Now 1,500. 1,000 would give 1,500. 1,000 would give 1,500. Would give 15. Would give 15. Would give 1,500. Would give 15. Would give 15. Would give 15. Would give $1,500 bill. I'm at 1,000. Would give 15. Would give 15. You want to bid 15? 1,000 would give 15. 1,000 would give 12.5. 1,000 would give 12.5. 1,000, we get 12 and a half, and now 1,500, we get 1,500, we get 15, we get 15. Pete, we never bought anything doing this. We always, this is the way to do it. And I laughed at your joke, Pete. I was the only one, I think, but I did laugh. You want to bid 16, Pete? Okay. So your way. Hoach. Thank you, Hoach. Thank you, Pete. Appreciate you. Next, we have a cocktail buffet by Bobby Hall. Bobby, would you please come up and tell us a little bit about it? All right.
I was trying to think of a way to make a little money for the club. And these late night things that I come up with, the next day I say, oh, why did I do that? So, but I decided that what I'd like to do is to put on a nice little cocktail party. And I shouldn't call it cocktails because it's all going to be wine. It's going to be elegant wines with an appetizer to go with each wine plus a dessert. So by the time you get through, we may need a driver. But you will be sufficiently full in both ways. So I want it to be intimate. So if you win it, bring people that are nice. And that won't criticize the cook.
Who here is not nice? I want to see. You good? Take it. Thank you, Bobby. Limited to 3 couples or 6 people. The value is priceless. So there we go. Nice people. Hosted by nice people. All right. Who give $1,000 to go? Who give 1,000? Who give 500 to go? 500. Thank you. Now 600. 500 to get 600. You have 6. Now 7. 600 to get 700 to get 700 to get 700 to get 7. Now 800 to 800 to 800 to 800 to 800 to 800 to 800. I'm at 700 to get 800 to get 800 to get 800. I'm at 700 to get 800. 700 to give 800. 800 now 900 to get 900 to give 9. I'm at 800 to get 900 to get 900 now $1,000. This is not just nice wine. This is very nice wine. Thank you very much. Are you in, David? What are you in at 800? 900. Okay. Now $1,000. 900, give 1,000, now 1,100. 1,100, your turn again. When you get 1,100, 1,100, 1,100, 11. Thank you. Now 12. 1,100, when you get 1,200, when you get 1,200, when you get 1,200, when you get 12. At 1,200, when you get 1,200, when you get 1,200, when you get 1,200, when you get 12. 11, when you get 12. 11, when you get 12. Anyone else? 1,200. Sold. President David. That was David, right? High bid, okay. All right, we have 1 week in a beautiful Rotarian vacation home. Where is this? This is donated by Jennifer and Ian Scott. Australia.
Down under.
Down under. Okay. It's only blackout periods are January 1 through 14th of 22, May 13th to June 14th, 23. And the RI conventions in Melbourne in 23. So kangaroos and beauty galore, 3 hours from Sydney and Canberra. All righty.
I just wanted to say too, these are this is donated by 2 of the past district governors in Australia who are really, really active with us over there, the same way that our club is so active over here with Sustainable Cambodia. They're amazing people, Jennifer and Ian Scott, and this is their place. And you will get to meet them also on this trip. And I highly recommend doing this somewhere around the convention, because the convention is going to be in Australia that year. So go ahead and bid on this and maybe do that Australia convention too. It'll be a remarkable convention.
Great. Thank you, Richard. Thank you. All right. The value is priceless. Who'll give 5,000 to go? Who'll give 1,000? Who'll give 1,000? 1,000. Now 1,500. 1,000 would give 1,500. 1,000 would give 1,500. Would give 15. Would give 1,500. Would give 15. Would give 1,500. Would give 15. 1,000 would give 15. 1,000 would give 12 and a half. 1,000 would give 12 and a half. 1,000 would get 12 and a half. Half would get 12 and a half. Would get 12 and a half. Would get 12 and a half. I mean 1,000 would get 12 and a half. Would get 12 and a half. Would get 12 and a half. 1,000 would give 11. 11. Now 12. 12. Thank you, Pete. Now 13, Hope. Now 14. Pete, your turn again. 14. What do you get 14? What do you get 14? What do you get 14? $14. 14, Pete. I'm at 13. What do you get 14? Anyone want to get 14? Yeah. 14. And a butler and a maid and first class, no doubt, Pete. Coach, I'll have you at 11. 1,100. You don't be 14? Thank you. Now 15. 14, 15. Now 16. Now 16. It's your turn again. What do you get 16? What do you get 16? What do you get 16? 16. What do you get 16? I'm at 15. What do you get 16? It's your turn again. What do you get 16? Anyone want to get 16? 16? Going once? 15. What do you get 16? Going twice? 16? 16. Now 17. Now 17. 17. Now 18. Now 18. It's your turn again. What do you get 18? What do you get 18? What do you get 18? I'm at 17. What do you get 1,800? What do you get 1,800? What do you get 1,800? What do you get 18? 18? I've sold it. President David, 1,700. Next, we have a inshore fishing trip donated by Ed Ellett, who does this on a consistent basis at our auction. Ed, I know you're here. I saw you earlier. Yeah, would you like to come up and say a few words about it, please?
See if I can spin a little tale as a fisherman. The last time I did this, George Rafferty won it and took a guest, and weather conditions dictated going to the Swanee River, nice protected water, and we caught fish. I mean, we caught redfish, we caught sheep's head, we caught speckled trout. It was wonderful. But you know, in my Gainesville Offshore Fishing Club, I enjoyed that a lot. And one of the awards I had Dick Bowles present to me many, many years ago, before he passed, was the Master of Miniature. And that day, I was the Master of Miniature as captain. We caught little redfish, little trout, little sheep's head, nothing that we could put in the box. I think we did get a couple of sheep's head that were just barely 13-inch legal fish. But anyways, I promise you a unique experience. So this time of year is probably my favorite time to go for inshore fishing. I did switch the event where it will be in the summer between Memorial Day and Labor Day weekend. And I did that because another thing I've enjoyed a lot, and I support as well as Rotary and the Cambodia event, is the Coastal Conservation Association as far as protecting the waters of our coast and our fisheries. And they have a family tournament during the summer. I have won a boat. My wife has won a boat. My wife has won the ladies division in a nice event. Now, that was 2 or 3 years ago. The last year, my wife didn't win anything. I didn't win anything, but it's still fun to participate in it. So whoever does win this event, I'll be enrolling you in the Coastal Conservation Association organization and their summer family tournament, the Coastal Conservation Association Florida Star Tournament. One final point related to that, whoever wins it, if they have a child that might like to go, the CCA has a youth division where they present, and this is just luck of the draw or catching a tag redfish or et cetera, but they present 10 scholarships. 8 of them are $5,000 each and 2 of them are $25,000 scholarships. So that would be kind of neat, but to see someone win that. But thank you very much. Yep.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you. Brad, do you want to come up and auction this off? Yeah, come on. We're gonna have a real auctioneer now.
Thank you. Let's a big round of applause for my amazing uncle and auctioneer here. All right, on the inshore fishing trip. What do you want to give? Go give me 500 to go. $500 bid, you put it out 500. Where you give it out 500, 500. Now 7.5. 500 bid, you put it out 7.5. Have it, you put it out 7.5. Let's do 600. $600 bid, where do you give it out 600? Now 7. 6 to give it out 700. 700. 700. 7. Now 8. 7 to give it out 800. Now 9. 8 to put out $900 bid. Where do you put out 900? 900. 900. $800 bid. You put out $900 bid. Where do you put out 900? 900. All done. 900. Sold it $800. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, we got a natural pearl 2-strand necklace. Is it somewhere here where we can see it, or let's walk it around? The bid starts at $700, value of $1,500 to $1,700. Raise your hand and we'll pass it around.
Yep. So, so this is the only piece of jewelry we've got in the live auction, and it's appropriate that we do because it's really a beautiful, beautiful set. So this was donated to us by Akila Kudus, who is at one of our meetings. You perhaps met her. She's been doing the Afghani refugee program for us. But these are natural pearls from Hyderabad, India. Ben knows how to pronounce that well. It's what? Hyderabad, which for centuries has been famous for pearls. The ruler of Hyderabad was once the richest man in the world because of the pearls from that area. It's been a hub of the best jewelry in the world for centuries. And she is a designer, and she designed the actual pearl necklace itself. And it's really stunning. The value on this is easily in the $1,000 to $1,500 range. So it's a beautiful, beautiful set, and from a beautiful person as well.
All right, now's the time to shop early for the holidays on the Pearl Strand. We want to give, who'll give me 1,000 to go? $1,000 bid, where do you put out 1,000? $1,000 bid, you put out 1,000 bid, you put out 1,000. What about 700? 700, where to 700? Now 8. I'm 700 bid, you put out $800 bid, 800. Now 9. 800, you put out $900 bid, you put out 900. 9, now 1,000. 9, you put out $1,000 bid. 1, now 1,100. 1, you put out $1,100 bid, you put out 1,100. 1,100. Now 12. 1,100, you put out $1,200 bid. Where do you put out 1,200? 1,200. 11 bid, you put out 1,200 bid, you put out 1,200. 1,200. Now 13. 12, 13. Now 14. 13, you put out $1,400 bid, you put out 14. 14. One more time. 14. 14. Now 15. 14, 15. Now 16. 15, 16. Now 17. 17. 16 bid, you put out $1,700. 17. Now 18. 17, you put out $1,800 bid, you put out 18. All done. 1,800. 18. Now 19. 18, you put out 19. 19. 18 bid, you put out 19. What about 1850? Should we do that? 1850. Now 19. 18 and a half, you put out $1,900 bid. Where do you put out 19? 19. 18 and a half, you put it on 2,000, now 21. 2,000, you put it on 21, you put it on 21. $2,050, you want to do that? 2,000 bid, you put it on 21, all done, 2,100. Sold it $2,000. Thank you, Davis. All right, I'm going to turn over the last one back to Ben here, if you want to.
All right, thank you, Brad. Give Brad a hand, will you? I think the last, is this the last item? Yeah, it looks, yeah, looks like it could be the last one. A fish fry for 20 people. Donated by John and Pat Thomas. Taking you to the world famous Forest Meadows fish fry. They will cook for 20 people at your home or office. Fish fry for 20 people. So how much you pay for? Who'll give $1,000? 400. Now 500. 400, but you get 500. 400, but you get 500. 500, now 600, but you get 600, but you get 600, but you get 600, now 700, but you get 700, but you get 7. I'm at 600, but you get 700, but you get 700, but you get 700, but you get 700, but you get 7. 6 and 700 is 700, but you get 700. It's your turn again, Bobby. But you get 700, but you get 7. I don't want you to miss out, Bobby. You do what? Oh, okay. You bid 7. 7, now 8. Now 8, David. It's your turn again. I don't want you missing out either, David. 8. I'm at 700, but you get 800. 700, but you get 800. 700, but you get 800. Anyone but you get 800? 700, but you get 800. Anybody give 7.5? You do 2 of them? Okay. I think I understand. You're going to do 2. Okay. 700, you get 1, Bobby gets 1. Is that right? Okay. Bobby, you get 1 at 700. David, you get 1 at 700. Thank you, John. Thank you all very much for your participation in the auction. It's been a pleasure. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, thank you for participating and thank you again, auction committee. There's no way we could have done half of what we did today without folks like Helen Kornblum and the kind of that fly under the radar that do just so much. So thank you to the committee and Ben and Brad. Thank you guys. I have the kind of the personal privilege of knowing Ben and Brad for a long time, and Ben, you're someone that I've looked up to in Rotary for a long time, and it's an honor to give you our what I give our speakers each week, and this just resonates for you. You exemplify what's on the front side of this medallion. And Brad, this is for you also, bud. So give that camera to Melanie. Maybe she'll take a shot. Brad was about to take a photo. On the front, it has our Rotary motto, service above self. And on the back, it has the 4-way test, which I know, Ben, you could recite this with me. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you guys for doing what you did. And Ben, just this means so much to all of us. Brad.
So before the gavel comes, Sustainable Cambodia will gather here. If you had an idea, you wanted to drop by one more time, went to meet some of our children for sponsorship. I wanted to acknowledge Julie Johnson, incredible woman who's a big part of Sustainable Cambodia in every way. This wouldn't happen without her great help. And for all of you, thank you. Thank you. I meant to acknowledge every single one of you, a room full of sponsors. Gosh, thank you so much. Wish you well in every way.
Susan, everybody have a wonderful week, and we look forward to seeing you back here next Tuesday.